In this video, you will learn the concept of Newton's law of gravitation and acceleration due to gravity. Newton was inspired to think about the law of gravitation after realizing the motion of a falling apple and the motion of the moon. By comparing the acceleration due to gravity on Earth with acceleration required to keep the moon in orbit around the Earth, Newton was able to deduce the law of gravitation. Newton's idea was that a universal force acting between two objects, Newton's universal law of gravitation, is inversely proportional to square of the distance between the objects and directly product of the masses of both the objects. Newton's law of universal gravitation states that every body in the universe attracts every other body with a force which is directly proportional to product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Mathematically, if m1 and m2 are the masses and the distance between them is r, then the magnitude of force F is directly proportional to m1 m2 and inversely proportional to r square. And if you remove the directly sign, you will get a constant, and that constant is denoted by capital G and is called as universal gravitational constant. In vector notation, as shown in the diagram of previous slide, force on m2 due to m1 is given by F is equal to G m1 m2 into minus of r cap divided by r square, where r cap is the unit vector from m1 to m2 and the value of r vector is vector r2 minus r1. Similarly, you can find the force on m1 due to m2. Gravitational constant is equal to force of attraction acting between two bodies, each of unit mass, whose centers are placed at unit distance apart. The value of capital G is constant throughout the universe and it doesn't depend upon the medium between the objects. It is a scalar quantity and its SI unit is Newton meter square per kilogram square. So the dimensions will be n-1, n3, t-2 and the value of capital G is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. You have to find out the value in terms of CGS units. That's your homework. You have to do that one in your copies also. If there are more than two objects and we have to find out the net gravitational force, then you have to use the principle of superposition of gravitational forces. And according to principle of superposition of gravitational forces, between two masses act independently and uninfluenced by presence of other bodies. Hence, the resultant gravitational force acting on a particle due to a number of masses is a vector sum of gravitational forces exerted by the individual masses on the given particle. Means, if there are more than two objects and you have to find out the gravitational force acting on one particular object, then find out the gravitational force exerted on that particular object by all the objects nearby it. by using the formula F is equal to G into M1 M2 upon R square into R cap, the proper direction of force, and then add all the forces vectorically. Evidences in support of law of gravitation: the rotation of Earth around the Sun, tide formation. The value of G can be used to predict the orbits and time periods of satellites. Important features of law of gravitation: that it depends only on the masses of the objects but doesn't depend upon the medium in between them. The mutual gravitational forces between two bodies are equal and opposite. It is a conservative force. Gravitational force between two bodies is independent of the presence of other bodies. Let's solve a numerical based upon the principle superposition. It's your NCERT problem 8.2, where three equal masses of mass n kilogram fixed at the vertices of an equilateral triangle ABC, and you have to find out the force acting on a mass 2m placed at the centroid G of this triangle, and what is the force if the mass at the vertex A is doubled. And it is given that the equilateral triangle is of side 1 meter. The individual forces in the vector notation are given by FGA equals to G into M into 2M upon the distance here, and distance was 1, so it will be 1 into J cap. Similarly, FJ they will be equal to GM into 2M upon 1 into minus I cap cos 30 minus J cap sin 30, and you can write for FGC and then add these three vectorically, and you will get the answer as 0. Alternatively, you can find out the answer by using the symmetry that the resultant force will be 0. And by symmetry, the x component of the force cancelled out and y component survives only. To solve it, just follow the rules of vector algebra as we have done in the kinematics, and you will get the answer FR as 2gm square j cap. Gravity. It is the force of attraction exerted by Earth towards its center on a body lying on or near the surface of Earth. Gravity is the measure of weight of the body. Weight of a body is the gravitational force with which a body is attracted towards the center of Earth. Mathematically, it is the product of mass and acceleration due to gravity, and the unit of weight of a body will be same as that of force and is written normally in the terms of kilogram weight or kilogram force. Acceleration due to gravity is the acceleration set up in a body while falling freely under the effect of gravity alone. It's a vector quantity, and the value of G changes with height, depth and rotation of Earth. The value of G on the surface of Earth is 9.8 meter per second square. Now here is the difference between the capital G, the universal gravitational constant, and small g, the acceleration due to gravity, which you have studied in your 9th class also. Capital G is a universal gravitational constant whose value remains constant throughout the universe and is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. Whereas small g is the acceleration due to gravity whose value changes from place to place on the Earth's surface, and on the surface its value is 9.8 meter per second square, and this value changes from planet to planet also. For example, you know that the value of acceleration due to gravity on the moon surface is 1/6 of that of the value on the Earth surface.